this is for all my playboys out there banging a bunch of sub 5s. I've been there, trust me. Luckily not for that long period, but I did that. Been there, done that. What if you just had some standards? I know the casual scene is tempting, super tempting, especially when they get pretty. But that's not it, bro. If you get catched online with a picture with one of these girls, you are so done. Especially if you want to build somewhat of a reputation online, social media, want to get famous, want to build status, whatever. Even in football, for example, you see how many guys get catched with girls, but those are usually supermodels or rape, like any of the two. Like either it's supermodels that are super famous, or it's illegal stuff with minors or unconsensual. So anyway, super irrelevant. What if you had some standards? And that's one part of the video. So if you're banging sub 5s, there need to be some kings out there treating them and also satisfying them. I'm all for that, but be aware it's not worth it long term. And the other part of the video is, what if the whole casual scene is not good enough for you? That's what I realized. I'm not trying to be this big gold that knows everything. I just made a decision and I'm acting on it and I'm consistent with my behavior regarding the decision. I quit the casual scene because it was not benefiting me anymore. I was on the losing side, and so I decided to quit. But it is hard, especially a few days after you made a decision, and the same girls, they're still hot, they're still into you, they're still double texting you, to then say no when you're still horny, because now you didn't do it for a few days. To then say no, that's hard. The standards that I'm talking about is just intimacy. If you have somewhat of self-respect and you want to be somewhat of a mature 20-year-old, whatever. I don't really care, to be honest. There are 30-year-olds doing this, but if you somewhat want to grow in life and want to be taken seriously by people, then you sometime have to accept that you got the validation from what you wanted, you got the benefits, you did the thing, you have the experience, you can justify it in your mind, like, oh, what if I miss out on the whole period? You did that, you've done that. It's time for the next one. It's time for the next period. And this is probably something more serious. You can still choose if you have multiple wives, treat them all very well, or one wife, what I prefer, because one woman is already difficult enough. Imagine multiple women. But that's where the standards come in. What if you are on the losing side of the casual sex and she's benefiting more than you, and you're the one losing time, losing money, and losing status by being with her, even if she's pretty? If you have somewhat of a following online, if you have somewhat of wealth, self-respect, and like some prestigious things that you've done, like a business or something, then for a girl to be with you, they need to deserve it. And that's what I realized. I was just giving my attention and my intimacy to all the girls, even like they were pretty, but just any girl that was pretty and just had interest, that's not good enough. You need some sort of standards, and if you don't, then you will just get stuck in the loop, and you will also reduce your standards probably because you want more and more and more. And like pretty girls hate neediness, so if you're gonna pursue them for more attention, they're gonna feel that and they're gonna walk away and see if you're gonna chase them, and then you probably will. And so you have to lower your standards to go with like uglier girls. Been there, done that. Not so I didn't sleep with a bunch of ugly girls, but more so I chased and I saw what happened. And the pretty girls, if you show more attention, more interest, they will slightly draw back to see what you do and to see how interested you are, because they want to be the one chasing, but only if you allow them to be. If you're gonna chase, they're just gonna sit there like, oh, my phone constantly messages from him. He cares so much. He's so much into me. Boring. Next. You need to be somewhat desirable, somewhat mysterious, somewhat distant. I don't say don't be distant when you're with her. Be present. Show her love. Show her attention. But when you're working, don't text her all the time. You're working, bro. You're working. You're learning. You're working out. You're walking. You're driving. Do that. Don't text her, because then she can't be thinking about you. Anyway, small side tangent in this video. Have some standards. Either if you want to be casual, fuck it, that's fine. But make sure you're highly desirable and pretty and attractive. And so sleep with the pretty girls. Holy shit. Someone going mega hard on the road there. Or have some standards and self-respect for yourself and decide that, yes, the casual thing was fun, on to the next thing, on to the next phase of life. You deserve better. Not so that they're not worth you anymore. It's more so like, I demand more for myself. I think that I deserve true love, and I think I'm worthy of that. And so I'm not going to indulge in the quick solution anymore. Those girls will be there, and they will become more pretty the more status you get. And then you have to be strong, especially if you have a relationship. Obviously, if you're single, then you can still do whatever the fuck you want. But yeah, that's my current diagnosis. I don't even know if that makes any sense, but I wanted to make this video. Current information that I have on this topic is this, and watch any of the other videos on my channel. Goodbye.